All right, everybody. We have one more fan that had asked us to do a trailer reaction, and I'm gonna let Peebs introduce this movie because this is a little bit of his forte here.
Okay, this is Alita Battle Angel. I've actually already watched this trailer. Sorry to spoil that for y'all. But I'm sure they haven't. They probably don't give two shits about anime.
I like some. He hates it.
I absolutely hate it. He loves it.
This is actually a pretty decent anime, and I'll leave it at that. I won't spoil anything about the trailer or anything.
20th Century Fox picked it up, so it's got to be kind of intriguing. It has to be. It's already had 8.8 million views.
It's got a great cast and a really good director behind it. So
I'm kind of interested now. Let's see what we got.
I like this based on the old anime, not the one that did popular ones.
He told me the story of the war, when the ground shook and the sky burned.
James Cameron.
Of the ones that survived, who awoke to a different world, where the powerful prey on the weak. But that's not the way it has to be.
When I found you, your very human brain was miraculously intact.
Crystal Falls.
It's the loneliest feeling not to know who you are.
Big time you'll remember.
Okay, so she's a robot.
Alita's new again. It's a harsh world down here. You gotta be willing to do what it takes.
Alita, run!
My God. She's the last of her kind. She contains technology that had been lost for 300 years. Let me show you something.
This body, I feel a connection to it. I can't explain. You know more about me than you're saying.
Alita, some things have been left forgotten.
And I'll find out for myself.
She's threatening the natural order of things. I need you to destroy her. Alita, they will come for you.
I'll have to face them head on. I'm gonna need you to stand way back.
Tonight is not a game. It is our home.
I'm with her.
I think I'd be with her too.
Who wants to lead off?
Both, if you don't like anime, we'll start with you.
Absolutely hate anime. Never have got into it. Always looked at it as, it's just this hazy looking cartoon looking. I'm just 110% against it. This trailer though, the trailer. Okay, first of all, for a lot of movie people, obviously anyone knows the two highest grossing films of all time.
Avatar, Titanic.
Yeah. So the producers
Yeah.
of Avatar and Titanic are on this movie. So you can definitely tell they're giving it a push to bring it over into the mainstream. My absolute unadulterated hatred for anime and that combined brings it up some. The trailer looks interesting. It looks like a sci-fi-ish version and with a touch of anime. It don't look anime at all to me. Even the city and all, it looks more, what's the movie they just remade?
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. It looks more Blade Runner-ish.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk with a hint of the Solo movie. To me personally. Guy, who wants to go next?
Right.
It's interesting. Like I said, I've never seen anime. I like some anime. I'm really picky and choosy. It being an action movie, it being a sci-fi, and Robert Rodriguez being over it. I mean, the man's given us some of the greatest action in history. I mean, he gives machete.
Yeah.
There you go. He did
Oh,
the
God.
he did the Sin City live action adaptations. I mean, the man knows what he's doing. So there's gonna, we're probably gonna have some good action in it, some good fight scenes. Choreography looks really good. Depending on how much of that's actually real, choreographed and not.
CGI.
Which, I mean, even if it's CGI, it still got some mocap suits. So I wish I knew more about it. I may actually look into it because it's not one of the more popular. Oh my God, we got to make Bleach. We got to make Death Note. We got to make all these that they're actually have made or are making. They'll pick an anime that probably 90% of people's never heard of, because the ones you hear are getting live action that all fail are things that people heard of, like Avatar, The Last Airbender,
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, Death Note. That's the more popular. They picked one that didn't have probably a lot of fan expectation for, because not enough people really knew about it.
Okay, now to the anime buff, I guess. Having watched the anime, they stay kind of true to, the looks and everything, modernize it, which I believe the anime came out in 97 or something. So
I think I saw where it said 93 when it showed
Oh,
up.
was it 93? It's like,
That's when it was invented.
That actual movie.
sometime in the 90s. So, I mean, of course, there's going to be some bringing up to date with everything and all that. You have Christoph Waltz, who is absolutely stellar in everything he does. I mean,
He's Hans Landa. Come on.
Yeah. Just look at Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, and you're like, oh yeah, the dude can do what he wants. James Cameron producing it, so that's a big deal right there. Robert Rodriguez directing it. As far as action goes, he may be one of the best straight up action directors there is. The visuals look beautiful, what you'd expect from a James Cameron-ish movie. The choreographed looking fight scenes look good. There'll be humor thrown in, obviously. And I think it's damn finally time that we get an anime adaptation that is good, and like Brad pointed out, one that has flown more under the radar than, the big name projects that have picked up that people have these huge expectations for. I think this is a good
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my God, we can talk about that abomination. But I think this is a good middle ground for a lot of people. Like, it's one that, most anime fans will have heard of and seen, but it's not one that a general populace of people will be like, oh yeah, I've heard of that anime. I guess I'll lead it off with what I'm expecting. I would go with a solid 8, and the reason why, cast looks great. Director, producer, the special effects are probably some of the best that I've seen lately in a movie. Fan of an anime, and like I said, it's about time that we finally get a decent anime live action movie.
This is gonna be hilarious. James Cameron alone makes me a little interested. Rodriguez's name a little more. I still don't think they can pull him out of the depths of hell with anime, in my opinion. 4 at best.
We will be there opening night to see this, so that we can see Bo's reaction to this movie.
Now I got a question before I give mine. Had we not told you it was based on anime, would it have changed your opinion of it? Now, are you being biased?
Yeah.
I mean, that probably not, maybe a 5 at that point. I'm not into the post-apocalyptic cyberpunk movies at all. Blade Runner was a fantastic movie for its time. I didn't like it not even a little bit. Which Mad Max is a hint of that.
That's a different type of post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
That's actual post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I'm just no, not my cup of tea. You guys may be different, brother.
I'll go 6.5. Like I said, I don't know enough about anything going in, knowing that it is based on a pre-existing property. But it does look like, even if it's a genre that I'm not, or a fandom I'm not a huge fan of, I do believe that after the crap we've been given for live action animes that go all the way back to Dragon Ball Evolution and I've done lost my train of thought. The Avatar movie, Last Airbender. I
Maybe
mean,
M. Night Shyamalan Milan for that one.
Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yeah.
But I mean, that we just gave a great review of his upcoming trailer. But it's up there with video games. It's one of those fandoms that some reason just doesn't translate well to live action. This may be that one that is going to do it. Like Blade of the Immortal did it. So
Yeah. So, what's your
6.5? Like I said, 6.5.
Has anybody got anything else?
I don't know. I'll look forward to actual Bo's reaction after the movie. That should be interesting.
I'll watch it. Anybody? Guys, we're going to close out. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell beside it. Get the notification for all the new materials.